Good morning. In the last class we were discussing about mixtures. Today we are going to discuss about types of mixtures. Let's classify mixtures into two depending upon the nature of components that forms that mixture. In order to classify, let us do an activity. Activity 2.1. Let us divide our class into four groups like A, B, C and D. Group A takes a beaker containing 50 ml water and add one spatula full of copper sulfate. Spatula means a small spoon used in chemistry lab. And for group B, just same as that of A, take a beaker in which add 50 ml water and take 2 full spatula of copper sulfate. For group C and D, they can take different amounts of copper sulfate crystals, potassium permanganate crystals or common salt, sugar, etc. at different levels or different concentrations or amounts. And then by adding 1 full spoon of copper sulfate to 50 ml water, after mixing, what will happen? As we know, we will get a clear solution of copper sulfate. Can you say what's the color? Blue color. Very good. A blue colored clear copper sulfate solution will obtain. And what about second group? Second group itself will get what? The same blue colored copper sulfate solution. And as we know, it is much more dark than that of group A. Why? Here we add 2 spatula full of copper sulfate. And see, while considering group A itself, by noting their color or their texture, what will be? Yeah, that is, they have same composition throughout the mixture. 50 ml is uniform in nature. And what about group B? Is also uniform. That is, group A and B will get mixtures containing uniform concentration or uniform composition. So, we can call these mixtures as homogeneous mixtures. Homogeneous. That is, mixtures having same composition throughout or uniform composition throughout. Then what about group C and D? They are prepared by mixing the mixtures in at different levels or different amounts. Copper sulfate, then potassium permanganate, common salt, sand, sugar, etc. in different proportions. Not much exact composition. So they are said to be heterogeneous in nature. What's that? Heterogeneous in nature. So there are two types of mixtures depending upon the nature of components that form a mixture are homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Homogeneous mixtures means homogeneous mixtures contains same concentration. Okay, while checking their property, chemically they are same. For simple example, see, take one glass full of water and then add 1 tablespoon of sugar to it and stir it well till all the sugar content gets dissolved. Then just take the glass of water, or just by tasting. What is the taste? Sweet taste, no doubt. Then what about the taste? Will it change from one layer to other layer? No, the full glass have the same sweet. Am I right? Yes. And that is what we call homogeneous. Then by adding sugar or by adding salt, we will get homogeneous. So instead of sugar and salt, we can add 1 spoon of sand to that glass of water. Will it dissolve? No. That is, it has different concentrations at different parts or different levels, and that's what we call heterogeneous. So, homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Homogeneous, homo means same, hetero means different. Homogeneous means same concentration throughout. Heterogeneous mixtures means different composition at different levels. By mixing common salt with some iron filings or salt with sand or any two different composition, that is which are not dissolved each other, different, do not mix each other. Okay, that type will form always heterogeneous. So 2 types of mixtures. And see, here one more activity, 2.2. Let us again divide our class into 4 groups. And A group, take 1 beaker of water. To this add few crystals of copper sulfate. And group B, take 1 spatula full of copper sulfate and chalk powder by group C or wheat flour, few drops of milk or ink to group D. Group A, few crystals of copper sulfate in water. Group B, 1 spoon full of copper sulfate in water. As we know, A and group B will get what? Homogeneous mixtures, no doubt. But as we know, by passing light through that mixture, will it pass? Yes, no doubt. That is, they are true solutions. True solution. That is, we can't detect the interparticles in them. The mixtures, we can't separate them by physical methods. Okay, so that is what we call a solution. Then what about group C? Chalk powder or wheat flour to group C in water. Then after some time, let's keep this mixture undisturbed and try to filter it. Can you filter? Yes. And here, this will form a suspension. What's the word? Suspension. Then, what about group D? What's group D? Few drops of milk or ink. Can we separate by physical methods? No. And what about passing of light? Let it pass? Yes. So, this is called colloidal. So, another type like solutions, colloidal solutions and suspension. Let us discuss these three in detail in our next class. So before that, there are two questions given in the textbook. Which are they? Yes, what is meant by a substance? A substance is a pure single form of matter. Pure single form of matter. Then list the points of difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixtures means mixtures containing or having same concentration or same composition throughout. Homo, same. Hetero, different. Heterogeneous means different composition. That is mixtures containing different composition at different parts. Okay, or at different levels. Okay students, I hope all the topics were easy to you.